Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And the civil war in the SNP is hotting up. It is marvellous. And this one is great. You have one particularly nasty MSP attacking a really particularly nasty MP. It's James Dornan, not the good-looking one from 50 Shades of Grey. Rather, you have the very ugly, nasty, brutish one who likes to call... Oh, God, what was his name? Ross Thompson. Now, Ross Thompson is an openly gay MP, and James Dornan called him, and I will use the word, but called him a fag, basically, really insulting, and called him that. He had to apologise for it. I don't know if Ross Thompson has ever accepted the apology, but we move on. He's very racist, going on about. I mean, he's a real sort of what's the word? Oh, staunch, I suppose, Protestant who hates with a passion Catholics. He gave. I'm gonna have to find this. He insulted Rees-Mogg, and Rees-Mogg came back to him with a response. Let me see if I can find that response, and I'll read it to you. There, that one. Down. Yeah, he said to Rees-Mogg, talking about where are we? It was Border Force Command and the British government's Nationality Borders Bill, right? This was all to do with the Brexit and the breakup of Northern Ireland and all that. And he said to Rees-Mogg, and I've got it here, I hope you remember this the next time you go to confession. You and your cronies are already responsible for the deaths of thousands, and now you're happy to see the most desperate people in the world suffer and drown. If your God exists, you will undoubtedly rot in hell. Now, Rees-Mogg, and whatever your politics, you've got to accept that he is absolutely a gentleman, but he's very clever. And he responded, I think that this SNP MSP is entitled to discuss the likely prospects of my immortal soul. It's quite interesting that you're getting the discussion of hell in public life. I think it is a theologically interesting concept, and I'm glad he takes such an orthodox Catholic view of the reality of that, and it is encouraging. So basically, a posh up yours from Rees-Mogg. Anyway, he's attacking Angus MacNeil. Angus MacNeil, of course, is the philanderer and runner-over of motorcyclists. He likes his 16 and 17-year-old girls. He likes to kiss and things like that. And of course, he's caught semi out of the party at the moment. He's had the whip removed. He want to take it back. He's going to sit as an independent, but only until the election, when he's going to go back in, because he knows as an independent he won't win the vote. So there's a bit of a two-faced there. So you've got these two heavyweight brutes laying into each other. They absolutely hate each other. And they're really having a go. So we'll take a look at this article and see what's going on. Didn't Dornan do something about the BBC editor who was covering Scottish politics and said she was glad to be out of the mire or something? And then he insulted her as well. She went off to America. Then he insulted her, saying that America would suffer or something for her having her. He's a true gent, isn't he? Anyway, here goes. So, SNP Civil War ratchets up as the other James Dornan attacks Angus MacNeil for leaving the group. The Nationalists continue to battle with each other, with the outspoken Glasgow Cathcart MSP and Dick attacking his Western MP colleague and Knob for daring to quit the party's Westminster group. And there he is. Honestly, a face only a mother could love, and even then, it's only with the lights out. What an awful man he truly is. A nasty, brutish little oik, isn't he? Full of his own self-importance. What a prick. Anyway, the SNP Civil War has ratcheted up a gear as one controversial nationalist MEP attacked Angus MacNeil. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mind anyone attacking Angus MacNeil. And I don't care that it's James Dornan. I'd like as many people as possible to attack Angus MacNeil. He's another one who deserves all he gets. Anyway, he was attacking for the way he scathingly quit the party's Westminster group, and we previously told how the Western Isles MP is refusing to rejoin due to concerns that they're no longer focused on independence. I did this video yesterday. Is he kidding? Anyway, the decision has been met with public silence from the SNP as they deal with a host of issues at the House of Commons, including the exodus of currently 7 of their MPs. But James Dornan has decided to go on the offensive. Well, he's been offensive for many years against everybody. Tweeting about the incident and criticising his colleague, his soon-to-be ex-colleague, I suspect. The Glasgow Cathcart MSP wrote, "I love the arrogance of Angus." Well, he'd know arrogance when he sees it. How he thinks it's now a decision for him to make if and when he'll rejoin the group. This looks to me like a clear public resignation from the parliamentary group and therefore the party. Oh well, how sad, never mind, I'm pretty sure we'll survive. Yeah, I mean, there's no way. Angus is thinking he's going to wander back in after doing what he's doing. I think the deselection will be coming soon. I think they'll have another selection. The next MP will be announced, or the next candidate will be announced. Honestly, they are a pair, aren't they? Anyway, he was criticised by a number of Skexit supporters for this reaction, as Mr MacNeil's resignation has received mixed response from them. Alicia Hayes wrote, "You didn't need to put it like that. Why alienate your own folk? He has advocated for Indy his whole life. I'm glad you state in your header that your views are not necessarily those of our party. He has in no way ever compromised on our party's constituted aims." It's there. It's great that you're seeing party members criticising both people. Yesterday we talked about the members sort of saying about him being a bit immature, should have stayed, whatever, damaging the party. Now today you're getting the other half of them attacking Dornan for being a complete knob. Anyway, Ken Reid added, "Fair enough, but the MO of the SNP is independence. As a member, I'm concerned about this statement released, and more so that you responded the way you did. I'm not meaning any offence by remark, and I hope you weren't offended. I see a lot of fragmentation and not a lot of unity. There is no unity in the SNP. The unity could have been maintained on day one. He could have brought in Kate Forbes on day one. He refused to do so, and he did offer her a job, but it was like a major demotion. It was embarrassing, it was a mistake on his part, and he's created all these rifts. And the more it goes on, the more time goes on, the more rifts there are, the wider they go, and eventually the party will be ripped completely asunder." Mr. Dornan was quick to respond to these remarks, saying, "Alicia, I can't remember the last time he said anything the least bit positive about the party. We're all entitled to our own views, of course, but that doesn't give any MP or MSP free rein to behave like an independent. Of course, now he is one, I'm sure we'll hear lots more from him." Yeah, well, only when he rants on his former colleagues, I suspect. The Western Isles MP released a scathing letter on Wednesday where he blasted the MP for being clueless on how to gain independence. And we've covered that before. And it's just going on about his claim for independence and all that and what's happening. Anyway, this, it says here, is the latest outspoken outburst from Dornan, who has become well known for making controversial statements. Last month, he claimed that Police Scotland had colluded with the media about the arrest of Nicola Sturgeon, which is completely against the line. The police were colluding with the SNP. Come on, keep up. He said the fact that the media decided to make a big play of arresting the leader, the fact that the police and the media seem to have some kind of collusion about making sure that the media are in attendance when the slightest thing happened. It's like Fred Westhouse when they come to look for a paper trail. Yeah, but there is undoubtedly shadiness going on, definitely. But what an obnoxious waste of human space, isn't it? He's just nothing. He's a nothing candidate, he's a nothing person. And the sooner he's out, the better. Nasty, brutish, and short. And if you know where that comes from, well done. Anyway, I'm going to round off here and come up and we'll finish the video. It makes you wonder how these nasty pieces of work actually get elected. They've got no charm. They can't be talking to people and sort of people say, "Oh, he's nice, I like him, he'll come." No, they're just brutes in suits, aren't they? They only get in because they've got the right rosette. Honestly, you put a rosette on a donkey, it would probably get in for the SNP. Probably do a better job, actually. It'd certainly be less shit. And the shit they do make would be easier to clear up. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Donkey for FM. Although we've got a right arse at the moment. I'm going to have to stop there. Anyway, I shall finish this video. I'm wondering how far it's going to go with these two and wondering who else is going to chime in. It's great, isn't it? Anyway, thanks very much for listening. If you like what you see here on the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Keeps the presses running, as it were. Keeps the lights on. Hit the like, hit the share, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and remember, he won't be there for very much longer. Which is sad, but I've nothing to laugh at. Bye.